Hey everyone, it's Rita with Everything Homemade, and in this video I'm going to show you what I literally eat for breakfast every single day. I'm 40 now and I really have to make sure that I have a really hearty breakfast to make sure that my day goes really smoothly and my energy stays high. I've got lots of things going on, so when I wake up, guess what? I literally have so many chores to do on the homestead. So just before I dive into the very first thing I do in the morning, I just want to let you know that I am a cookbook author of Everything Stevia and Everything Whole Wheat Sourdough Cookbook. These two books are available on Amazon and on our website at everything-homemade.com. The first thing I need to do is feed lots of cats, anywhere between 10 to 45 cats in the morning, depending on the time of the year. So we're talking July, we are booked solid. So I am the owner and operator of Kitties Home Away from Home, which is a home environment cat boarding business. So we literally take in cats, watch them while the owners go on holidays. And there's one sneaking right behind me. And if you are interested in that, go to the website at kittieshomewayfromhome.ca. So I've got a lot of work to do. So in the morning, I literally use the washroom and literally start with cats, but I'm thirsty. So I don't dive into breakfast right away. It's about 5 a.m. in the morning when I wake up. So I like to make myself a nice warm drink while I am busy running around the house, putting food down, doing litter boxes, all that kind of jazz with the cats. So I have my kettle right here. I heat it up to 60 degrees Celsius, and I have my mug. This is like my favorite mug of all time. The reason why I use a travel mug over, let's just say, any other kind of mug, you know, that you have in your cabinets, so cats don't drink out of it, literally, and it keeps things warmer for a long period of time. So when I do this drink and I'm busy with cats, I can literally just place it down, walk away, do what I need to do, and come back and sip my warm drink, and I'm good to go without the cats putting their paws in and stuff like that. In this house, you really have to think about that because the cats are allowed to roam free, so they get into everything. But we love them, absolutely love them. So as this is heating up, I grab my apple cider vinegar, and I am using Omega Nutrition. I love their product for apple cider vinegar. I give it a good shake because it has the mother in it. And then I put 2 tablespoons in here. Now, this mug here holds 2 cups. So let's add 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. Just like that. Let's add the water. Perfect. And the lid goes on. And my drink is ready. This is how I start my morning. So then I run around for the next half an hour, feeding cats, changing waterers, litter, all that kind of jazz. And then at 5:30, I wake up my 11-year-old and my 13-year-old, and that gives them a half an hour to kind of roll out of bed. As they are waking up, I get back to the kitchen and I make my husband breakfast because he needs to be up by 6, eat breakfast, and get out of the house to work. So I make sure that his breakfast is ready, he's all good to go, his lunch is packed, and he's ready to get out of the house very smoothly. All he has to do is wake up, eat breakfast, and go. So by that time it's 6 o'clock, so I've been up for about an hour already, sipping on my warm water and apple cider drink. And by just after 6 o'clock, I will be getting ready to head outside because we got geese and ducks and chickens and quails. Their cages need to be cleaned. They need to get fed. And then the cows, they need hay that needs to get brought to them. We clean up all in their main area. We clean up all their poo. We put it onto a pile. So all in all, it takes us to 7 o'clock. So by the time 6 o'clock comes, I get reinforcements. My 11-year-old, my 13-year-old, my 14-year-old, and my 16-year-old girls are up and they're outside with me. We do this as a team. Now, a homestead works as a team. In order to accomplish what we do, we all have our tasks, and when we do them all together and work as a team, we can get a lot done. So outside, we definitely all come out and we work together because all 4 of us, it takes us an hour to get everything done. All the cats are fed, done. My husband's off to work. The cattle are fed and taken care of. The birds outside are all taken care of. If there was winter, we do the shoveling, all that kind of jazz. So by the time we come in, it's 7 o'clock. So I've been up for 2 hours, running around like crazy and working, and by that time I'm getting a bit hungry. I do notice though, I'm going to mention this, that when I am getting closer, because I'm still cycling, when I'm getting closer to my period, I end up getting hungrier. So usually then in the morning, sometimes if I feel like I am hungry, I will take some butter. And this is homemade butter here because we got dairy cows. And I'll take a knife here and I'll just take like a piece of butter here. And I will, because this was frozen, you don't want to add salt when you make butter and freeze it. So this is unsalted. I'll just, put a little bit of salt on top, and then I'll just actually pop this right in my mouth because it gives really good fats in the morning, some instant energy, but without raising my glucose level. So I feel full and I feel satisfied, and it really helps, especially like a couple of days before I cycle. Sometimes it's just like, oh my word, I am so hungry, but I am not ready to quite eat breakfast. You don't want to start, popping in something sugary or anything like that. And I find that just some butter, some good healthy fat in the morning is like the perfect thing. So that's what I do if I do feel like I need that little bit of extra. So now I'm in the house 2 hours later, ready to eat some breakfast. I get my cast iron out and I just start to preheat it. I love eggs, and I usually have between 2 to 3 chicken eggs. If I only got quail eggs, because we do raise quails as well, then 3 quail eggs equal to 1 chicken egg, so I'll have like 6 quail eggs. In the summer, when the eggs are just coming in like crazy, that's the time I usually will have 3 eggs in the morning. So it's a really good protein boost, and that's what I find I really need coming into my 40s. Protein just really helps stabilize everything, especially with the blood sugar. It's a good start to my morning. It keeps me energized. Lots of you ask me, how do you keep going and going and going? Well, you know what? Nutrition is the key to that, keeping yourself really healthy. So let's get some eggs out of the fridge. So I got some eggs here, and I also love sprouts, so I'm gonna definitely have some sprouts. So this is like really good living food. With it, I've got some clover sprouts, and I just kind of got a mix of wheat sprouts and fenugreek. Oh, they're so good, and some lentils. Oh, delicious. So I got those for breakfast, and then definitely some good fat, some good wholesome butter, and then I grab a bowl. And I put some butter right into the middle of it. The butter definitely has been helping in controlling my hormones, giving the fat that I need in my body. I definitely did not do this in my 20s. I did not do this in my 30s, but once I hit 40, it was really weird. Everything just kind of really started shifting. And I've been adding more butter to things, more healthier fats, increased protein, that kind of stuff. So it's really definitely has helped me out. So I'm going to here, that piece of butter that I had cut off earlier, I'm going to use that. And I am just going to put that on my bowl, just like that. To start off with, set that aside and just kind of wait for my frying pan here. I'm going to add in a little bit of butter here because, oh my goodness, frying eggs in a little bit of nice butter tastes so good. Just need a little bit. Put that in. And then we've got some beautiful farm eggs here. And then we also have some beautiful quail eggs. But I'm just going to do chicken today. So I'm going to boy, that didn't go very smoothly, did it? Oh, beautiful eggs. Look at the color. Oh, nothing beats eggs from your own chicken. So I really like liquidy yolks. So I will fry this up and then flip it just because I don't like, you know what, runny whites. I'm not a fan of that. But I really like cutting into the egg and it oozes out the yolks. I love that. So gonna fry that up. And then while I'm frying that up, I'm gonna go back into my fridge and I have some yogurt up here. And you notice the fridge is kind of dark. The light doesn't work in my fridge. Oh well. Anyway, I'm gonna take some homemade yogurt here. Yum, yum, yum. This is a beautiful Greek yogurt. I make it. If you wanna know how I make it, I have an in-depth video that shows you how to make beautiful, thick yogurt. I definitely eat yogurt every single morning, so I will add some yogurt here. Beautiful. About a cup of delicious yogurt. I don't really add anything to my yogurt. I actually will head downstairs and I will grab an apple, and I like to cut my apple into 4 pieces. And I like to dip it in my yogurt and then eat it. Oh, it's so good. If I have fresh raspberries in the summer, from the orchard, I'll definitely put a little bit of fresh raspberries. But in general, in winter, which it is right now, I don't really add a lot to my yogurt. We do harvest fresh hascups from our orchard and Saskatoon, so when things are fresh like that, I'll definitely add it in. But in winter, if I do got apples in the house, I love dipping apples into my yogurt. I don't know, it tastes so good to me. So now let's give these a little flip. That one broke. So at this point, I just give it basically a minute to fry the top. Like again, I just don't like the liquidy whites. Ugh. Just enough that it's cooked. And I'm gonna try to save this one from gelling too much. And then I put it on my bowl. See how it just kind of seals it on top here? And I want it to melt the butter, and that's why I have the butter in the middle. I'm just going to go like that, and there's a good start. Okay. Okay, so to this, I add some salt to it. And this is Redmond sea salt. Add that. And then remember I said about the sprouts? I love adding sprouts. So this is some clover sprouts and some wheat and some lentils and fenugreek sprouts are here. So I give a good amount of sprouts in the morning. And then a lot of times I kind of look in the fridge what I got for leftovers. So if I don't got a rice or millet, or sometimes even some crispy potatoes or something like that, I'll just see what we have. I just see what I have left over. Like, I'm pretty easygoing, but I like it mixed in with the sprouts and the egg. It just, I don't know, adds a little bit of something. So I do have soup from last night. Look at that, soup. So this has chicken and potatoes and carrots and corn and bean and stuff like that. So I'm gonna just add a little bit to it. Okay, so the eggs are warm and I'm just going to add just a little bit here. Some of the nice broth. Just like that. Just a little bit of extra flavor and goodness. And then there you have it. So I will cut this up and then eat this. So I will have that. So let's just set this on my placemat here. And then I have my yogurt. And of course my fork, my knife, my spoon. And then I need to get my drink ready. I'll show you what I take for some supplements here. So now what I'm gonna do is get my drink ready. So I'm gonna grab my mug and I'm going to fill it up about 1/4 way full with water. Okay, so it looks, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some magnesium to it. And for me personally, I'm very low in magnesium for some reason, and I need to have some magnesium every day. So I'm going to take a teaspoon of magnesium. And I am using magnesium, I'm using Natural Calm, that's the brand, just magnesium powder. This is just the original, there's no other flavorings in here, but I need it to react with the water. Okay, so I'm taking a teaspoon. So once it's in with the water there, it really starts to react with the water and starts to dissolve into it. And so what I do is just give it a bit of a mix. And this is almost ready to go. So with that, I then grab another supplement and it's called Trace. It has trace minerals in here. So I get a lot of good minerals. And I'm just putting a bit in here. It ends up being between 12 to 20 drops in here, just like that. Now, this by itself is pretty gross. I'll just say that, okay? The magnesium, not so much. It just gives like a little bit of a fizz in the water, but the minerals taste disgusting. So to this, I need to add something because this is pretty horrible to drink, to say the least. So I will grab some kombucha that we make, and I will add it to it. And the kombucha takes away any offensive flavor from the minerals and makes this drink a delight in the morning. So I do about 1/2 cup of kombucha in there. And the other one I like to take in the morning is vitamin D3. Because it's winter right now, I take 10,000 IUs of vitamin D3 every day. In summer, I take about one of these in the summertime, which is about 2,500 IUs. But in winter, there's hardly any sun where I live this far north. That I really need to up my vitamin D to keep my immune system from fighting any kind of those nasty viruses and stuff like that, and this seems to really work for me. Let's now take these 2 items and set them with the rest of my breakfast. So the last thing for breakfast I need is a cut up apple. So I got my apple cut up into 4 beautiful pieces because I love dipping them into my yogurt. And so this literally is what I eat for breakfast every single day. really, to make this breakfast, it goes really, really quick. And then I enjoy it. Cut up those eggs. Oh yeah. Drink my supplement. I'm not going to bore you with me eating all of it. I'll definitely eat all of it, but apples and yogurt, you've got to try it. So good. So when I'm done dipping all of my pieces of my apple or dropping it into my bowl, I will then just eat the yogurt plain, because I love it plain as well. I think I just like the crunch and then the richness and smoothness of the yogurt all mixed in together. So now that you have seen what I've eaten for breakfast, I sure hope it helps you out in any way. And comment below and enjoy your breakfast.